Hey guys, quick little update before the video. So this is the third re-upload, well, the second re-upload, the third upload of my episode 3, I think it's 3, of Dragon Ball Daima. Yes, double checked. Episode 3. So both times it went down because it's pretty obvious. I put clips of the episode in the video. The second time I uploaded it, I tried to get around it by just reversing them. Obviously didn't work, so I've given up with that. I'm just going to upload it a third time. It's just going to be my commentary because I don't have the energy to go back and just like find screenshots and whatever. So sorry about that. So I hope you still enjoy it. Another little thing I just want to add. For some reason, my episode 4 review has gotten 0 views. Now, this is very peculiar to me because even though I'm an incredibly small YouTube content creator, I usually get at least 50-ish views. So to get just flat 0 has been a bit perplexing. So if you guys don't mind, or maybe you haven't seen it, just give the video a watch. I'll put a link in the description. If anyone's subbed to me and hasn't seen it in the subs, I'd love to know because I just want to understand what's going on. I'm curious if it might be related to the copyright claim issues. But here's the video again, and as I said, no screenshots, no clips, but I hope you enjoy it all the same. Thanks, guys. Hello, everyone. We are back with another episode of Dragon Ball Daima. This one is episode 3, titled Daima. Bit of recursion there. So, for anyone who hasn't caught on with the amount of times they've said Daima in the first couple of episodes, Daima stands for Demon Realm. So, that's what the title is. They're going to the Demon Realm. So this episode's going to be a bit of a chill one. They're doing a bit of world building as they kind of introduce the Demon Realm and everything within it. So first off, we actually get a little bit of interesting information here that Demon Realm planes, aka Glorio's plane, runs on magic power. So that apparently makes them very fast, as so saith the Supreme Kai. So the Supreme Kai asks Glorio, are we going to see Warp Sama? And that turns out to be that weird fish-looking creature that we saw the antagonist fly through in episode 1. So that's his name. His name is Warp. And he warps people to and from the Demon Realm. How appropriate. He'll show up later. So they head to the closest warp, who is near planet Batapi. So that is their destination. So, interesting bit of information, but we've already kind of seen with Goma but Glorio describes him as small but crafty and has amazing magic power. To me, that sounds a lot like Barbady, but Barbady. I get all confused. It's Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. So Barbady from obviously the Boo Saga. But we'll see what sort of magic power he has later, I'm sure, but that's his description. So here we get kind of an overarching shot of planet Batapi, and it looks really weird, obviously compared to the Earth anyway. It's like a grid planet. So that's an interesting design. And we actually see a new ability of Shin. I call him Shin now. I'll just keep calling him Supreme Kai just to be consistent. Supreme Kai, that he can communicate a location to Kibito. I assume probably for his either for his instantaneous movement or for them just arriving later in the ship that Bulma is fixing. So they encounter Warp, and the first thing Goku does is insult it by calling it a goldfish repeatedly, despite Supreme Kai telling him to stop because it will aggravate him and he might not cooperate. But Goku, just decides to be Goku and keeps pushing that button. So here, they want to get passage through Warp, and Glorio tells him that they're all from the Demon Realm. Supreme Kai immediately goes to cover Goku's ears, because you have to have pointy ears to be from the Goku realm, the Demon Realm. And he does something really cool here, and another weird addition to Supreme Kai's abilities. He is able to reshape Goku's ears to be pointed. So now he looks like he's from the Demon Realm. This is only temporary, though, just to bypass Warp. It's not going to be long term. it does beg the question of what the others are going to do when they come to arrive at the demon realm, because they are going to have like half a crew that aren't going to have pointed ears, but maybe they'll have a way around it too. Maybe Kibito can change his shape, or maybe they can wear fake ears. Another interesting tidbit is they need a pin to pass through, and unfortunately, Supreme Kai realizes too late and doesn't relay this information to Kibito. So it seems like there's going to be a whole lot of them getting stuck, and I think this is going to lead to them having someone helping them get through to the demon realm when they arrive later. But we'll see what happens with them in another episode, I suppose. So it turns out part of the transportation to the demon realm just spins your ship around at a great speed, and it's really disorienting. It looks incredibly painful, as you see here. Glorio's kind of holding together. He's probably used to it, but Supreme Kai and Goku are really struggling. So some interesting lore of the demon realm here is they're at a relay point first, and there are 3 entrances to the demon realm. There is the first hatch, which can only be entered by palace members of the first demon world to enter the first demon world. They don't reveal anything about the second hatch, but they're saying they're going through the third hatch, the lowest realm, which Supreme Kai doesn't seem to like, because they need to be in the first realm, but it's all they can do at the moment. It's all he has clearance for. But they pass through, and they get spun around once again, and end up in the demon realm. So the first thing we get introduced to in the third demon realm is the path to the second demon world, and it was previously used, but now it's blocked by light and they can't pass through. I don't know if that'll come into play later. It might do, but for now that's just introduced as a concept. It's also revealed here that only members of the first demon world can use warp to travel between the demon worlds, and also select members of the second demon world. No one from the third demon world. And this is where my video title of Glorio being sus comes in. Supreme Kai kind of accurately questions him. He looks like he's from the third demon world, so how can he be using warp to travel into the demon world? And he claims he works in the first demon world, but when pressed on that, he nonchalantly just says, "Oh, I do this or that." So he's hiding something. He's definitely not showing all his cards. He's not putting all his cards on the table. And I don't know what that'll mean, if it means he's hiding stuff, if he's not going to be a friend at the end. Who knows? So there's some lore that gets dropped about the ecology of the third demon world here. Just to keep it short and simple, the sky is pink. There are floating islands. The plants and the animals are different, and there are floating volcanoes that spew out some weird thick gas that make it hard to move and also smell bad. So that's about it. And also they put a bit of toilet humor in there that, oh, Goku's like, oh, I could fart and no one would know, and then he later does fart. But toilet humor is one of the specialties of Toriyama, so I'll let it slide. But Goku asks to land, and because he wants to kind of breathe in some fresh air, and we kind of get the experience of the smelly gas and also the slow gas. There's a scene of Goku trying to, do some fun fighting moves in the gas, and he's all slowed down. Nice little scene anyway. We then get some more Supreme Kai lore drop, where he says it's his first time in the third demon world, and Glorio says, "You're a Glind, aren't you?" Which Supreme Kai confirms. So are all the Kais this Glind race, I suppose? Whether that'll be relevant or not, but we get some info on his race, I guess. And supposedly Glinds are from the second demon world primarily. So, good to know. Maybe if they go to the second demon world, they'll encounter more of Supreme Kai's race, potentially. Although it does say used to live in the second demon world, so then maybe they all left and, they just went to become gods in the main realm, or whatever you want to call it. He also, interestingly, also Glorio says something about thinking that the Glins, their sophisticated kind, would have no reason to come down to the third demon world. It sounds like a bit of resentment. So maybe he's got some past there that is going to get unveiled later. So there's an interesting bit also here where Goku follows a weird small creature that's kind of hopping along, and then it goes down this cliff path, and Goku almost falls in. Glorio yells out to him, "Don't fall in there into the Sea of Darkness or you'll perish instantly." I don't know if that'll come into play, but introducing something like instant death is insane. I mean, it'd be a weird thing just to have a throwaway thing. Oh yeah, there's this thing you can just die in, whatever. So then, after a bit of goofing around, they get attacked by bandits with like spears and bows and arrows. Seems very primitive weapons, considering Glorio has like an energy gun. They shoot arrows at Goku, but they're like slowed down by the gas, and Goku easily avoids. Glorio then steps in and shoots his energy gun at the bandits to scare them away. But the difference in technology is very apparent. So I don't know if that's going to be a factor in Daima going forward, but we'll see. So they plan to go to a town, but we also get the name of the king that Glorio was sent, who sent Glorio, and it's King Kadan. So we'll see him. Spoiler, we don't see him this episode, so we might see him next episode, potentially. So that's to look forward to, I guess. So they arrive at the town and go to an inn, and it turns into a bit of a D&D campaign at this point, where it's like, oh, do you need a room? Oh yeah, we need 2 rooms. Oh, they're 30,000 currency each. Oh, well that sounds a bit expensive. Okay, roll for insight. Hey, that's a good roll. Yeah, he's absolutely ripping you off. Well, I'm not going to stand for that. I'm gonna grab him and threaten him. Okay, roll for intimidation. You know what? I'm going to show off my gun. Oh, interesting choice. He sees your gun. Okay, roll intimidation with advantage. Oh, nice. A natural 20. He offers both rooms for 5,000. So it turns out Goku's still hungry, because of course he is. And they then ultimately go to a bar across the street that will probably serve hamburgers, and they do. Except, would you eat these hamburgers? Would you eat? Because I don't think I'd eat a black hamburger, but Goku wolfs them down. And well, speaking of it being a D&D campaign, they get into a bar fight. Of course they do. So we get a nice little sequence here. They obviously pick on Goku because he's round ears, and everyone in the Demon Realm's meant to have pointy ears. So Glorio does a bit of fighting, and he shows off his moves. We get to see him fight for the first time. And then Goku shows off his moves. He doesn't use the power pole, but I think the reason for that is that they're in a bar, so they don't think they can use weapons. But it doesn't stop one of the guys attacking them from pulling out a massive axe and attacking. Too bad it doesn't work out, and Goku kind of beats his ass. And then, to round up the episode, they obviously annoyed the wrong people, because they go to sleep and wake up the next morning and Glorio's ship has been stolen. And just the axe of that giant axe of the previous guy remains to signify who did it. So that might be what they have to do next episode. They have to find the ship. But what did you guys think? Have you been enjoying Daima so far? How did you find episode 3? I personally, I enjoyed all the lore. I enjoyed the little bit, combat moments that Glorio and Goku had, and I'm looking forward to episode 4. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!